So, good day, everyone. My name is Taiwo Michael, and I'll be taking us on I'm a Think Cyber Nigerian court. So, I'll be taking us on NX201 network research. So, with just a brief overview of all the labs we did there, just with a PowerPoint presentation. I'm sharing my screen. Uh, yeah. So, this is the present. So, we'll start taking it from all the labs. So, presentation overview. This defense presentation explores the practical applications of Linux-based tools in cybersecurity analysis. As a cybersecurity analyst, understanding these tools is essential for effective network defense and security operations. So, moving to the labs. The first one is introduction to Linux, but first to take why Linux for cybersecurity. So number one, because of the dominance in critical infrastructure, because Linux systems dominate server and cloud environments, making proficiency essential for cybersecurity professionals working in these spaces. Technical advantages, Linux offers superior security scalability, flexibility, and powerful scripting capabilities that are invaluable for security operations. Then the career advancement, Linux skills are actually essential for targeted roles such as security operations analyst, SOC analyst, and penetration tester, providing a competitive edge in the cybersecurity job market. So now moving to the labs, lab one, introduction to Linux. So Kali Linux is a specialized Debian-based solution designed for cybersecurity professionals and ethical hackers. So the security focus developed by offensive security for penetration testing, I said it earlier, security auditing, and digital forensics. So the reward application, setting up secure Linux workstation for SOC team members using Ubuntu Server with admin. Essential defensive commands include uname and create identify system information, who am I, verify current user, and LSB underscore release IP. Check distribution details. So the reward scenario, setting up a secure Linux workstation for a SOC team member. So use case, deploy Ubuntu server with admin. So in this picture, I just did a basic command. Who am I? So it showed me where I was at that particular time. So if I had switched to root using sudo su, and I switch to root, if I do who am I on the root terminal, it's actually give me the answer as root because I'm actually using the root user. And that one has the root user has more privileges than the Kali user. Then the second lab is text manipulation for log analysis. So text manipulation is used to identify logs and locate relevant logs for contain security events, filter content by use of scripts to extract specific patterns, process data by applying awk, sort, and unique to organize findings, and analyze results by identifying attack patterns and anomalies. So in real world scenarios, these techniques are vital for analyzing specific stuff to detect brute force attack attempts. Powerful defensive command combine multiple tools. Like this one is grabbing field password from a log file. Then it's hawking a particular column. Hawk print 11 means bring out that particular column. Then sorting the data. Then unique is actually looking for a unique pattern in the log file. Then sort type of NR. Basically sorting from descending to ascending. So the real world scenario is analyzing SSH logs for brute force attack. But use case summarize field specific login by IP. Well, yeah, I just monitored a log file in real time. After you started service connected, and you can just use the formality live to actually monitor any login attempts in real time. Sorry. So to monitor it in real time, so it was giving me as a user I was trying to log in real time. So I was seeing it from my own end because I'm the one actually monitoring the log file. Moving on to network service security, that's third lab. So yeah, service management. Network services enable communication, resource sharing, and data exchange across networks, forming the backbone of modern computing infrastructure. To access control, preventing unauthorized SSH access requires implementing key-based authentication and direct sorry disabling direct root login to enhance security. On firewall configuration, Properly configured firewalls limit exposure by controlling which services are accessible and from which sources. So essential defensive commands include sudo system ctl status SSH, check service status, sudo ufw allow 22/TCP to configure firewall rules, and sudo nano etc/ssh/ssh config. That's actually the configuration file for SSH. That's to modify SSH configuration. Real world scenario: prevent unauthorized SSH access. In use case, enable key-based auth and disabled root logging. So yeah, after I actually started the SSH service using sudo SSH start, then I checked the status and it showed me active running. Actually, since months, so it has been running for a while now. Then loaded, system service disabled, preset disabled. Well, the main part that this command is trying to show us is if the service is running and active or not. And it showed us here that it's active and it's running. So moving on to the next lab, scanning with Nmap. So it's scanning, but we use Nmap to scan. So discovery, Nmap identify hosts and services on the network. Then documentation, record findings for remediation. Then enumeration, determine open ports and running services. Then vulnerability assessment, identify potential security weaknesses. So now moving to let's talk about Nmap a little. So Nmap Network Mapper is an essential open source tool for network discovery and security auditing. In real world scenarios, security teams use it to discover open ports in internal networks and scan for unauthorized services with commands like nmap-sv-p, that's for ports, this service detection, then -p is for ports, then this is an IP address here, and it's actually running an nmap scan. In the real world scenario, discover open ports in internal networks. Use case, scan for unauthorized services. Defensive command, bash nmap-sv-p. That's for the ports around three different ports here, the IP address. Then the flags are used below. I said it earlier. iPhone SV is for service version detection. iPhone O is used for operating system detection, and the flag iPhone F is used for fast scan. As you can see it here, nmap iPhone SV, iPhone O, iPhone F, then the IP address. So started the map scan, gave me a report. He told me the host is up. He also showed me the closed TCP port 92. He told me the port that is open, 22 TCP, and it's open. And the service is SSH. The version, OpenSSH 9.9 PL Debian 3 protocol 0. That's what that's the result from running an nmap scan on this particular IP address. We're moving on to the next lab, offline brute force attacks. So offline for obtain password hashes, acquire hash credentials for offline processing, apply cracking tools, use specialized software like John the Ripper. I'll show you how we actually use that in a minute. Then implement stronger policies, enforce complex passwords and additional security layers. An offline brute force attack involves systematically trying all possible password combinations against stolen hash values without interaction with target system. That this is where John the Ripper comes in place. So security professionals can audit password strength by using tools like John the Ripper with the command John word list. Because there's a particular word list where you save it to, then the hash name of the hash file. But then word list equals to user share word list property.txt then hash file. The real world scenario can be used to audit user password string. Then in use case, crack password hashes using John the Ripper. So here, this is a defensive command, like the one I said earlier. Bash John word list, because user share word list, then rocky.txt, act2 list.lst. So yeah, I got a hash, and I saved it into a file, and I cracked the hash to get a password using John the Ripper. So this is where John the Ripper comes in place. Now you can also do PDF to John by converting the PDF to John using John the Ripper. You can use it to John using John the Ripper too. So yeah, he just loaded wrong password hash, then cracked the hash for me and gave me the password for it, which is Harry Potter, as you can see it. Then showed me session completed. That means that successfully done what I wanted to do. And you can also, if it has cracked before, you can use it to John iPhone show to show all of the cracked passwords reliably. Moving on to Linux scripting for security automation. Then Linux scripting for security automation is continuous monitoring Scripts enable around the clock security operations. It also makes it from log rotation to threat detection and reduction in manual security maintenance. But we've written a line of scripts that automatically automate all of them and records it. So manual scripting involves writing sequences of command to automate repetitive tasks and manage system operation. In security context, bash scripts can also automate log management for both space efficiency and security purposes. A practical example is creating a cron job for weekly authentication for backup and clearance. Real world scenario: automate log management for space and security. Use case: cron job for weekly auth log backup and clear. So defensive script. This is a defensive script here. Beam bash star -czdf.log. So yeah, just like a simple script I wrote here that I'll explain that real quick. So this is like a language script. So yeah, it's just a simple one. I just say prompt the user for their name using echo. So enter your name, then read name is actually what you do. Alright, bring out the name when you enter the name. Then the other part, yeah, I used read from P. Well, I can also use echo, but it's advisable to use read from P. But Solar is actually more advanced, but they do the same thing basically. So Royal FMP will just print out the age, then hello, S name. This dollar sign is not S dollar sign. It's actually used to actually determine to be able to bring out the output from the file, from the script actually. So you are $8 years old, then yes, you are $8 years old. So this dollar sign is basically used to bring out it will be able to read what is actually inside Linux and read the output. That's what the last time is used for. Now, moving on to Wireshark for network analysis. So Wireshark targeted analysis is focuses on suspicious traffic patterns, then filtering capabilities that isolates relevant packets from network noise, then packet inspection, examine detailed content of network communication, then threat detection, identify malicious activities and data exfiltration. So, Wireshark is a powerful open source network protocol analyzer used to monitor and analyze network traffic in real time. Security analysts use it to trace potential data exfiltration by analyzing suspicious packet sizes and destination with commands like tshark-r captured or pcap-y, then tcp.len, then when greater than 1000, then ip.dst. So this is basically done as IPM distance IP, like where the packet is being sent to. Then IP source is where the packet is coming from. So distance IP is this is the IP address. Then you know what scenario, trace exfiltration activity. Then use case, analyze suspicious packet sizes and destination. Then this is the defensive command bash tshark-r captured or pcap-y, tp.len. Then greater than 1000, then IPDST equals to this IP address. So yeah, this was I ran this on my Wireshark TCP.len equals to 0. And I can see it gave me some information down here. I'm moving on. So what TCP does, TCP keep alive packets, often have zero payload length. By excluding them, this filter ensures that your analysis focuses on packets carrying meaningful data, reducing noise in your results. That's why this TCP length is very important. This is particularly useful when analyzing application layer protocols, as it allows you to concentrate on the content being transmitted rather than overhead. Now moving on, lab 8, understanding the TCP IP model. So I'll just go through a brief explanation on TCP IP. So TCP IP helps in network diagnostics and design. TCP IP model is a conceptual framework used to describe how data is transmitted across a network, such as the internet. It consists of 4 layers, each with specific responsibilities. It is the foundation of modern networking and is widely used for communication between devices. The application layer checks DNS resolution, troubleshoot domain issues. There are actually 4 layers, I said it earlier. The transport layer analyze TCP handshakes to ensure reliable connection. The network layer verify routing and subnet configurations for packet delivery. The data link layer inspects ARP and MAC addresses to detect local network problems. The real world scenario is fix slow up performance due to network issues when diagnosed at the TCP layer. So yeah, I just pinged the website and this is relating to layer 2. Purpose manages routing and IP addressing to ensure data reaches the correct destination. As I said, I pinged the remote server. I pinged google.com and it's showing me packets transmitted, packets received, and the percentage of packet loss and the time. So Moving on to lab 9, online attacks, Hydra and Medusa. So brief explanation. Online attacks target live systems in real time over networks because it's actually online attack. Then Hydra and Medusa perform password brute force by trying many login combinations. Then simulate SSH brute force with Hydra to access login security. So this is an example command here. Hydra -L is actually used for the username, -P for the password file, capital P for the password file, and SSH. Then this is a IP address. Then a real world scenario is evaluate login security against attack. Simulate SSH login brute force with Hydra. So you can actually get more flags on Hydra by using the -L, Hydra -L. You see many more useful flags, but I'll just explain what I did in this picture here. So yeah, I said iPhone small L is for username. When we are looking at the username file, and also I've Hydra from capital L. That's for username file. Then Hydra from capital P for a password file. So then you just do the iPhone C, just specify the time. Then to specify his SSH. Then if it's not actually, if the port is not 22, you can actually use a flag to specify for the SSH. I think that's iPhone S. Then iPhone VV is in verbose. So when you combine all those, it will actually make Hydra run more effectively than just using basic Hydra alone. So, lab 10, Introduction to Trojans. Brief explanation. A Trojan disguises as a legitimate program to deceive users. Once active, it can steal data, create backdoors, or allow unauthorized access. So, detect Trojan by identifying suspicious reverse shells and listening ports. So, yeah, payload creation using MSF console. Key commands include PSOX, grepnc, and netstat-culmp, and greplisten. Use case trace back malicious reverse shell, find and remove Trojan background. So here I created a Trojan virus using MSF console. Then I set a payload. I created a payload, as you can see in this picture. It's asking me to set payload Windows Metaprisa reverse TCP. Then I set that. It's telling me to set a local host. I set that too. It's telling me to set local ports 5000. For this kind of thing, you have to use ports that are not ports that are unused. Like you can use ports like 22, 80, 443, because those ports are actually assigned to service. So you can use the port that is not assigned to a service. That's what I mean by unused ports. In this kind of situations, that's what you can actually use to make it run effectively. When you click I hit run, and it started the process. In the last lab, introduction to firewalls. So what is the firewall? A simple definition is it monitors and filters traffic to secure network from threats. Real world rule starts as a barrier between trusted internal and external networks. Practical use blocks unauthorized access, then allow legitimate communication like SSH and HTTP. Example command sudo UFW default deny incoming, sudo UFW allow 22/TCP, sudo UFW allow 80/TCP, sudo UFW enable. Real world scenario protect systems by restricting access. Use case enable UFW to allow only SSH and HTTP. Yeah, I showed all active firewall rules using this command. Net add firewall, show rule name equals to all. So this is basically going to show all the rule name. But this is actually the picture here. And this is not all the rules, but this is as far as I could get it in the screenshot. So I'll just this is it's showing me the rule, allow RDP access, enabled yes, direction in profile, domain, private, public, and so on. Then the rule name allow RDP. Then this is another rule too. Allow RDP. This one is first rule, allow RDP access. So there are various rules like that. But you can run this on your command from this command here that I highlighted. Let's add firewall, show post all. So that will be all for the course NX201. Thank you.